Happy Reference Thursday, people. Happy Reference Thursday. How are y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Hope you're doing all right. Um, a lot of people hadn't recognized that sometimes we forfeit um, blessings, appreciation from God. Sometimes these blessings don't come the way we think it's supposed to come. We haven't done nothing to deserve it. It's just here. But sometimes these blessings come from other people that you are uh, friends with, family with, whatever. And then we don't look at the big picture and we end up dealing with uh, not having the blessing and losing more in the process. I got a little story to show you. It's in Second Samuel. It's by David. David was befriended by a king, and this king passed away. And once this king passed away, David was shown his heartfelt appreciation to the king for how he treated him, right? Well, kindness always comes from God, no matter who it is, no matter who it is. So go to Second Samuel. Second Samuel, 10th chapter, starting at the first verse. It said, "And it came to pass after this that the king of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun, his son, reigned in his seat in his stead." Verse 2. Then said David, "I will show kindness unto Hanun, the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me." And David sent to confront him, to comfort him by the hands of his servants for his father. And David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon. Verse 3. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto Hanun, their lord, thinkest thou that David doeth honor thy father, that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Has not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? Wherefore Hannah took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and then return. Y'all see what happened? What happened is that David was trying to show love, trying to show appreciation, trying to show kindness. Well, Haman, Haman rejected it. Why? Why did he reject it? Let me tell you why. Look at this. Hanun, Grace Hanun, the son of Nahash, king of Ammon, who failed to accept the love and perished in great wars, a returning exile, another returning exile. David's motive here was of the purest kind, to show kindness to a neighboring king whose father had shown kindness to him. The intent was misunderstood as an attempt to spy with the view of overthrowing the kingdom of Ammon. The Ammonites insulted David's servants, and war was the result. What happened? God sent a blessing to most people that they didn't deserve, and they returned in a rebuff. They rebuffed it, repoofed it. That means they rebuked it. They didn't want it. They neglected it. A lot of times in life, God has sent you a blessing that you didn't deserve. He sent you appreciation that you didn't deserve to test you, and you failed. A lot of times I get stuff that I don't deserve. But one thing about it, my mama always told me, don't stop nobody from blessing you. Never stop nobody from blessing you, even if it's your enemy. Because if it's a blessing and you ain't got to eat it, then we cool. Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to eat nothing from my enemies. I ain't going to do that. They my enemies. But if it's a blessing that, I can touch, I can move around and maybe I can sell or whatever the case may be of great value, then yeah, David brought that, his comfort and condolences to the son, and he rejected it. And this is why we have to be careful, because natural and carnal men cannot comprehend how anyone would want to respect and honor and be considered about another. This is because they live in a selfish world, judging everybody, even men of God, by their own standards. And that's why we got so many problems in church. There's a blessing and they can't see it because they used to receiving blessings and used to giving blessings and begging for blessings. So when they didn't beg for it and they got it, some people just didn't appreciate it. Some people took it and still didn't appreciate it, threw it in the garbage. And we don't think about, hey, that could be God. We don't think about that. But we always want God to appreciate us, right? See, yes, 2 days we talked about how we need to appreciate God. So now we're talking about how God appreciated you, but you turned it down. How many times have we done that and didn't realize we done that and wonder why God has stopped blessing us? Well, it's because you weren't content with what God gave you from somebody that you don't know or didn't like. Appreciation comes different. It don't always come with balloons and a gift. It comes with just knowing somebody cares. But everybody wants something. Everybody needs something, right? It is what it is, and we just fail to we fail to figure that stuff out. We fail to figure that stuff out. But check this out. We're gonna break this down, and we're gonna carry on our day. Chapter 10 begins with another story of David's kindness. This time, however, his kindness was rejected, and he received gross insult to return. David sent a delegation to Haman, the kingdom directly east of Israel, to express his sympathy of the death of the king of the Ammonites. He had enemy. He had been an enemy to Saul and Israel many years earlier, but in later years, he had apparently showed some unnamed kindness to David. So David wanted to express his condolences to Nahash's son Hanun. Hanun had foolish counselors. This is why we got to stop listening to other folks. Man, a lot of folks don't really know what's going on. Hanun had foolish counselors who had no love for Israel or her king. Sometimes people will tell you, oh, you don't need to do that because they don't like them. And y'all listen foolishly. And you miss out on your blessing that you want from God. But just because you got your homeboys and the homegirls talking, running their mouth, then you don't do it. That's why the cliques that's in the church is no good. They stopping the whole congregation blessings because of running their mouth. And that's what happened. Listen to this. They accused David without evidence. They accused David of sending his delegation as spies to scope out the capital so he could come with his army and demolish it. Unfortunately for Hanun and his people, he listened to his counselors and humiliated David's representatives by shaving their beards and exposing their nakedness. Unfortunately for Hanun and his people, he listened to his counselors and humiliated David's representatives by shaving their beards and exposing their nakedness. The men were understandable and deeply humiliated. David would not let the insult pass without response. So now they rejected David's kindness, and they shaved the middle of their beards. Back in those times, a beard is told to be showing as you had become a man. So they didn't cut their beard. They kept it neat. They kept it, you know, good. That's why a lot of people like beards, and that's cool. Well, that was a humiliating thing to do. It was disrespectful. And since they hated them, they put them to shame. And so that's why David told them, hey, y'all go ahead and go to Jericho until them beards grow back. I'm going to handle this. They went to war. Hannon lost the war. Would have never went to war if they accepted God's appreciation. A lot of us are going to war because we won't accept God's appreciation that didn't come how they thought it should come. Be vigilant, people. Allow the Spirit to speak to you. Allow the Spirit to guide you and to get you where you need to be to see God's consideration for you and your life. Stop thinking everybody out to get you. Stop being so suspicious. I understand that you got to be on your guard. That's cool. But at the end of the day, make sure you have evidence of your suspicion of them. Until then, no evidence except what God has given you. And if it's wrong for you to accept it, God will take care of you through it. My mama used to tell me always that God will make your enemy your footstool. And what I mean by that, you ain't gonna stand on them, but what God will do is make your enemy bless you, whether you like it or not. So look, people, we got a a good day today. We got a good day. I always think of that. You're special. You're gonna do great things today. You're gonna be great. You're gonna defeat the day, but make sure that you are content with what's going on, so God can appreciate you and your contentment. So may the grace and the peace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you all.